I linked up Penina Ntongondu to Mohammed Ahmed, the founder of Mangrove Restaurant. They currently boast of 2 branches and have been in existence for the last 5 years, for some advice on the first food business.
Hi Moha, how are you?
I'm good, Penina. I'm really good.
My business is Queen's Pizza Deliveries in Buruburu, and I've heard 1 or 2 things about your place, Mangrove. So I'd love to come and get some tips from you and learn 1 or 2 things. So, why mangrove? The name?
The name is inspired by the mangrove trees.
Uh-huh.
My brother has started one. That's where we all started in Lamu, and it's all made from mangrove trees, poles. And that's where the name started. So we thought like, okay, why can't we name it Mangrove? We're closer from the ocean, and also the place, it's all made from mangrove. And that's why we decided Mangrove. And when I came to Nairobi, I said, you know what, I stick with the same, because that's where it's all started.
Okay. And why start the restaurant now? What made you think of starting the restaurant?
Due to the experience I got from my brother, that was the only thing I was thinking when I wanted to do a business. Of course, I don't believe you can be successful in something that you don't know.
Yeah, true.
So I learned it from my brother, and when I wanted to start a business, all I thought was a restaurant. It's a tough one. Brother was like, no, but it's something that I had an idea about, and I just did it.
And why street food?
See, I have a sister living in South Sea, so every time we visit her, there's no proper place to eat, except of places that they are fine dining or very, very low places. And I said, okay, if we have a place with basic cleanliness and a place that people walk in and out the way they are, and they are accepted the way they are, it will do something. And that's what I came up with, this Mombasa or Lamu style street food.
You're from Mombasa also, right?
I'm from Lamu.
Okay, that's why.
I'm from Lamu.
Okay. I was wondering, raising capital is sometimes quite hard. Actually, it's hard.
It is.
I know. So how did you raise it, the capital?
No, working in Dubai for 13 years, I definitely managed to save something out of it. Then, yeah, we are a big family. So it was a big number to contribute. My brothers helped me out to go through. I've got good friends who did also chip in here and there, like a loan, or some just like, okay, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. And yes, I've managed to come this far because of my family.
Because of them.
And
that is so beautiful.
Yes, they stand
it's so
by
hard
me.
to get someone to stick by you when you're running a business or when you're starting, because it's really tough.
It is.
Yeah, it's
It
really
is.
tough.
There were a lot of challenges. There were times that things were not going right, but they were there after helping me out with the capital and everything. But then still they were there with advising, like, no, you can't give up now. No, you have to push it through. You've come this far, you have to. You need to do this. They were there for me.
Okay.
So, and things.
So since you had also gotten some loans from friends, so how did you sustain the business for at least the first year?
Myself, I was part of the team, really on the ground. So I couldn't manage a proper chef by then. But then my brother helped me with one, a very good chef, and I was there myself, so we were helping each other in the kitchen. So we were only 2 of us at first. Then we managed to add one by one. So I will definitely, in short, say managing the cost was the key factor.
Yeah. So you have to be on ground.
Yes.
I've heard you also have a culture of giving leftover food to street children. And what inspired that?
I'm a Muslim, so our religious teaches how to share. And it doesn't say like give it to a Muslim. No. It says neighbor is the first person. You need to make sure that he doesn't sleep hungry if you have something to eat. So sharing is part of our culture. We give, we receive from fellow neighbors. It doesn't matter who they are. And being lucky that I can afford a meal, or I had family to look after me, they're out there. At the end of time, we are all one family.
So all the leftover food from the restaurant you give out?
It's not, it doesn't have to be leftover. It doesn't have to, we don't throw leftover. So we give it a priority. And it's not, the leftover food goes to the animals mostly. But we have a food that we prepare. So maybe today we'll have rice and beans. So whoever comes, poor man, a street boy
That
or
is so
whatever,
nice of you.
they will get a meal. We only don't accept them to come inside because then they end up disturbing other
The
customers.
clients, yeah.
But we do them a takeaway, we give them and they will eat.
That is so nice.
But
for
we
her.
have a group of kids who come from behind of the place and they're being served food, they will eat there, then they will go. So they know that when lunch comes, they'll just come at the back, they will eat and leave.
We need more Kenyans like you, eh? We need more of you.
Humans, maybe. We need, I think everyone, what people like is just, what do you call it?
Humanity?
Humanity.
Yeah. And what is your biggest lesson since you started? How many years has it been here?
We're about 5, not yet exactly 5, a bit
5 years
less,
since
a
the
bit
first
less.
branch, eh?
Yes.
So what's your biggest lesson?
You just need to be strong, I think, because challenges will come. You don't have to change yourself because of someone else. For example, you have a staff that you're treating them well, but then they do some small mistake and then you say, why? No, it's just about you being yourself, that's it. You don't have to give back what you get, because it's not, people are different. So you shouldn't expect anything from anyone, and everything will be fine, I think.
So lots of patience.
Patience, yeah, in short, patience.
Patience.
Because you'll face a lot of things that will be bringing you down. So it's up to you, either you choose to stay down or you rise and keep moving.
Thank you so much.
Karibu, Panina.
We'll see you again.
Karibu,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. After meeting up with Moha today, I have learned patience is key. I've heard his story. I've heard he's been in business for 5 years and now he has 2 branches. So I know if I be persistent, I'm also going to grow Queen's Pizza. I've also learned about deliveries. We also have issues here and there on deliveries, but he also told me how he started on deliveries and now he has a motorbike. So I'm glad I was able to have been able to understand that he went through what I'm going through now. Thank you for having me.
On the Hustle Hangout this week, we feature Peter Olero, the co-founder of African Nightcraft, who are out to spruce up your house with some custom interior decor.
African Nightcraft was started in 2014. At that time, I had just completed campus and I was unemployed, so I decided to pursue, my talent as a business, and I started that with my brother. At African Nightcrafts, we major on interior decor items just to add value to the beauty of our house, and most of the time we try to ensure that the materials we use are locally available, and they are most of the time maybe recycled materials or just materials that are easily available to make beautiful art pieces. I started from really locally available materials, so maybe the capital wasn't intense. It was maybe 2,000 bob. It wasn't much, so getting that wasn't a big problem for me, because as I said, I look for materials that are easily available. Some you can just pick on the road. So. My biggest challenge now is delivering mirrors, especially out of Nairobi, because the product is fragile and the product is also bulky. So maybe a client in Mombasa is interested. You go to courier people, the charges are so huge. So the client ends up cancelling the order, or you have to find ways of looking for someone who is going to Mombasa who can drop it. In the next 5 years, I see us having, because now basically, let's say I don't have staff, I see us growing the business and creating employment to people. And also I would like to have a situation whereby maybe I have a workshop where anyone who is interested to come and do their work, they can come there, do their work, and we have people coming to our workshop, maybe to sell from what we have on stock.
Thank you so much for having watched the show. Hope you've learned a thing or two from the conversation between myself and Penina and Moha about this particular business. If you're an entrepreneur out there and you'd like to be a part of the show, feel free to reach us on our social media handles. And also remember each and every Wednesday to grab a copy of The Standard to read the Hustle magazine where I usually write the Business Coach column. And also check out the Business Coach website, that's businesscoach.co.ke, to learn more about business and entrepreneurship. My name is Ian Dennis and this has been the Business Coach, where we help entrepreneurs better their businesses. Here are events to look out for. On February 13th and 14th, there's an emotional intelligence training happening at the Best Western Hotel, Nairobi, hosted by Preston HR from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. On January 31st, there's a free professional development training happening at the San Valencia Boardroom from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. On March 6th, there's a Women in Leadership Awards happening at the Intercontinental Hotel from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you like your event mentioned or the Business Coach to be a part of your event, feel free to reach us on our social media handles.